Yeah, buddy! We are live and living at 1:46 p.m. just outside at Toronto time. It's so good to see you. Let us know how you are. In fact, come on in. I'll give you a minute. Come on in. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. We got 0 people here, but 1 like. How you doing? Oh, the like is gone, but we got 7 in the house. Come on in, fellas. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. Let us know where you guys have been. I've been looking all over for you. Finally found you. JJ Astor, hello. Fellas, we have discovered each other and we are on a mission. Oh my God is all I gotta say. Okay, this is all new to me. Forgive me. I'm just getting here now, and I'm grateful that I found her because it's totally changed my life. She has changed my life makes sense. Everything makes sense now. I'm at peace with myself. My entire world makes sense now because of Sauvage, right? All the questions I've ever had are now answered. Officially. What's going on? Yeah, we got a new pope. An American pope. Good to see a new pope. What's everyone wearing? How's everybody doing? How's life treating you guys? I am parked outside of the gym. Gonna go get a nice workout in. Head off to work. Rizzard, good to see Rizzard. How are you doing? Jared, buddy, where have you been? Been right here. Jared, busy, good. Sleeping, eating, working out, wearing perfume, breathing, meditating, watching the Leafs, doing all the good stuff, doing everything that you guys are doing. How have you guys been? Where have you been? Turned on, hello, good to see Turned On. Lane, life is good. Birthday today. Happy birthday, Lane. Incredible. Let us know what you're wearing. Has Eugenius been replaced? Turn On is in Terre Parfum. Is it snowing? It is not snowing. It's actually quite nice. A little bit windy. A little bit it's not warm. It's not room temperature, but it's nice. You know what I mean? We'll take it. We'll take it. Jared says, I'm picking up a bottle of Sauvage today. How's the performance? I'm obsessed. Honestly, this is modern. I just bought this out of the drugstore last week. It's the newest iteration of Sauvage, but I'm obsessing over it. It's incredible. I can't even imagine how good the vintage is. You know what I mean? But this stuff I'm obsessed with. I mean, if you're used to the vintage and you know what it is, you probably won't want to step down to this. But if you're like me and have never been exposed to the vintage, and this is all you know, you'll be happy. Trust me. This is great. I love it. It's so deep and I never ever I'm totally caught off guard here. Sauvage is not what I thought it was, There's so much more to it. It's incredible how deep and complex it is. Every time I wear it, I get something new. I'm discovering different things. Oh my God. How would you compare the EDT? Well, the EDP is so much heavier. I would compare it like this, the same way Chanel has Pour Monsieur. You have the Pour Monsieur EDT and you have Pour Monsieur Concentré or the EDP. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the difference. The EDP is heavier. The Sauvage Parfum is heavier. Way, way, way heavier, where this is more lighter, fresher, easier. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the density. It's way more airy and ghostly. Has it changed? I can't answer that. Has it changed? I'm sure it has. You know what I mean? I'm sure they've taken out a lot of the fibers out of this, but I still get a lot of the roughage, the floral accords, the rosemary, yeah, the aromatics. There's got to be some sort of lavender in here, but what comes to mind? There's several perfumes that come to my mind. I've worn this probably 5 times since I've gotten it. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. But I get the melon. You know, this is an Edmund Rodnitska, and I get that kind of cantaloupe-y, honeydewish melon in the dry down. The same thing that you get in Parfum de Trace, that melon. You know what I mean? Kind of like that dirty melon. I also feel like there's like this nasty nicotine, or in the best way possible, nicotine or tobacco. Something that I found, like, I was always obsessed with Eau de Hermes. I think about Eau de Hermes all the time, you know, and I contemplate Eau de Hermes. And it's like now Eau de Hermes makes a little bit more sense, because there's something always like a little bit filthy and dirty in Eau de Hermes, like that dirtied orange. And I know there's some like castoreum and stuff, but there's something more to it, like more dirt, you know. And I got, like, with Eau de Hermes, I get kind of like this picture, like when I wear it, I can picture it is what I'm feeling or seeing, you know what I mean? But I've never really felt that anywhere else, that Eau de Hermes thing, until I've tried Eau Sauvage. And it's like now I see that Eau de Hermes, but I get like a different reflection of a different angle, you know what I mean? So as much as I've been obsessed with Eau de Hermes, it's like now I can see it a different way. Do I need to get this if I have Pour Monsieur? Is it more or less floral? So I have Pour Monsieur, and I always like doubted needing this. I was like, I have Pour Monsieur, I don't need this. Dude, they're similar, but there's so many differences, you know what I mean? They are the same style, like that citrus, chypre, aromatic thing, but I would say, yeah, you need this. I have both, and I love it, you know? I would wear them in different situations, but if you love Pour Monsieur, I imagine you would love this as well. Is it more or less floral? I would say about the same. I would say it shares a lot of similarities, just done differently. This is more dirty. I don't find the dirtiness of this in Pour Monsieur, though. And by dirty, I mean there's that nicotine or tobacco or galbanum. It's so earthy. It might be oak moss, you know. It's not something that's in the notes, but it's something that I pick up. Is it snowing? No, it's not snowing. Petite Matin, MFK for birthday. Awesome. My Eau Sauvage has a black label. Oh, you might have the Extreme or the Parfum, Eau Sauvage Parfum. I thought he was joking. About what? I thought I was joking about what, Mex? JJ says, oh my God, I know something, but I can't tell you. It's killing me. The problem is, if I told you, everyone go out and buy, and I don't have enough money right now to get it. I mean, well, if you don't have enough right now, you can give somebody else the opportunity to go and get it. You know what I mean? But it's up to you. We'll leave it up to you. What's happening, Matt? Wearing Chypre Palatine in 88-degree weather. Sweet. So until I'm able to get mine, I have to say, stay quiet. I'm sorry, everyone, says JJ. I wonder what it is. Let us know what perfume it is, at least. You don't have to tell us where it is. Let us know what you're talking about. I like the soapiness in those. Yes, absolutely, soapy. Barbershop Fougere, 100% soapy. Yeah, citrusy, clean. I mean, it's got this countering clean versus dirty notes, accords, right? Very, very, very clean in the top with that lemon citrus punch. It's like this, oh yeah, very sharp. Sometimes even bitter. Even the melon, the fruity melon in the dry down's a bit bitter. You know, it's biting, right? It's very biting. But it's incredible. You know what I mean? This thing's giving me all sorts of daydreams. If you were given the 50% discount at Holt Renfrew, which fragrance would you buy? Right now, today, at the state of my collection, Chanel Gardenia, maybe I would pick up. Maybe some of the Hermes I would get, maybe Kalesh. 50%'s a big discount. I'm sure I would find something. Yo, Like, even if there is none of the Chanels or Dior's that they don't carry Dior. Holt doesn't carry Dior, which is weird as fuck. They don't even sell Sauvage. You can't buy Sauvage at Holt's. Why is that? Why don't they carry Dior? They don't carry any Christian Dior's. So weird. Oh, this is a magnetic cap. I'm just noticing this now. Magnetic cap. Cool. Like, it never even occurred to me. I might have been playing with it, like, subconsciously the last 2 weeks, but it's never even occurred to me that it's been magnetic. That's a good question, because I was in, you know, I actually might pick up some fucking Byredos or something. I don't know, at 50% off. Denim, what's happening? When is your perfume coming out? So, Denim, they're scheduled to be filling at the end of this month. I think they say they work by the Julian calendar. They never come out with the date. They're always like the filler, the Jean-Philippe. He's always like, yeah, we'll be filling on the 21st week. And I'm like, why don't you just say like May 21st or something, or the 22nd week? You know, I'm like, man, now I got to go into a calendar, right, and count the number of weeks. I'm like, which week is the 21st? Yeah, so they'll be filling the 21st week. So I think that is like the 3rd week of May. And then I guess right after that, they'll be shipping them over. What does Alamis smell like? Imagine like a resin, like a soft, warm, vanillic resin. Rizzard says, when I use Sportunno 1921, I can't stop thinking about Dior Vetiver collection. And it's not just about one ingredient. That's interesting. Fuh! What's happening, Rich? How you doing? Good to see Rich Mitch. Let us know what you're wearing. Thoughts on you, Jean-Paul Gaultier? I don't know. I haven't smelled it. Bashki, good to see Bashki. Brockstar, love Eau Sauvage. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Me too, Brock. I am obsessed with the packaging, even the color, the colorway. Like, look, the silver and that kind of like light lemony olive green tinge. It's absolutely gorgeous. The silver bottle, the ribbed bottle, the way this feels in the hand is incredible. You know, and I think this came out in 1966. And yet it's probably like the best thing that's come out since 1960. I don't think anything more interesting has come out since 1966 than this. It's fucking incredible, guys. I'm obsessed. There's got to be galbanum in here too, right? Like, I get galbanum way down deep in the dry down. Like, it comes out with that dirtiness. There's something really dirty, like filth. It's not animalic, but I do get civet in Balenciaga put home. I wore Balenciaga last week. I was like, is there civet in here? Because there's something dirty in there as well. But this is not that kind of dirt. It's not like animalic dirt. It's like earthy dirt. Deli says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who loves the current version of Eau Sauvage. Yeah, it's great. It is. It really is. I feel lucky I've never smelled vintage, you know? That's a huge dent for only having it for a week. It is. Hi, Lils. How are you doing? Good to see Lily. It is a huge dent. I've been wearing it often. You know, I don't even keep this in my perfume room. This kind of sits by the front door. And I'm just always spraying it, if not on myself, in the air at least. And every time I spray it, I seem to like notice something new or different, or get kind of a different reflection of it. Alejandro says, I used to ride bike in Eau Sauvage. I felt like James Bond. The dry down is incredible. The opening is incredible, right? I don't know what I love more, the opening or the dry. I think it's the dry down. Like that melon, I'm obsessed. The cantaloupe or honeydew or bitter melon. I don't know. It's partly green. It's both. It's like a combination of both. It is the same melon in Parfum de Trace, right? And then you get the Hedione, the jasmine. And you know what that recalls? Is Jean-Claude Elena's, what is it? L'eau d'hiver, right? We know Jean-Claude Elena was a huge student of Edmond Rudnitska. I'm like, this, okay, this reminds me of, oh, not Terre, Eau de Hermes, L'eau d'hiver, Parfum de Trace, that's 3. I'm sure there's even a little bit of Cristal in here. You know how Cristal has that kind of tobacco nicotine thing? Galbanum? I see parts of that in here, in the dried out. Wait, Byredo's getting rid of their perfumes? Oh, I don't know. I didn't say that. Any good citrus grapefruit like Sospiro Vibrato? Haven't smelled, only smelled. Oh, I don't know, man. Grapefruit? Pampalaloon. Get along, Pampalaloon. What's happening, Dushan? Good to see Dushan. Sauvage was Christian Dior's very first perfume for men. It is very masculine, I tell you that. It's it's the most masculine thing I've ever smelled. And I'm so late on this train. Let me grab my bottle. Yeah, you should. You should grab your bottle. So to me, this is a very fresh perfume. And on the way out, I was like, hey, Mom, I want you to smell this. Tell me what you think of it. And she's like, oh, it feels very heavy, like something for winter. And I was like, what? No way. Like her perception of it was so different from mine. I mean, yeah, I think this is very versatile. I think this would be incredible in the winter too, because it is fresh. And kind of the contrast it would make with fresh air. Dior associate told me the cap resembles Christian's thimble. The label is a belt buckle and ribbed bottles, an homage to his famous layers of dress material. That's cool. Yeah, thimble. I can totally see that. Like for sewing and stuff, so you don't poke your finger. Yeah. I love it. The belt buckle, yeah. It's so classy and elegant. And the way it holds in the hand is awesome. It's absolutely perfect and simple. The citrus, the aromatics, you know, the herbs and the spices and the lavender and everything kind of just is so perfectly layered. You know, this is like 5 tiers of layers here. This isn't like a linear perfume. It's just like layer. It doesn't matter at what point you smell. It's just layer and layer and layer and layer. And not just like layer on top. They're like, they're also doing those layers. You know what I mean? They're not like linear parallel layers. They're constantly just moving. Has your dad tried it? Nah, I don't think my dad would care much about this. The whole experience of Oso, it's incredible. Honestly, even when I'm not wearing, I'm thinking about it. Or analyzing it. Sauvage means wild water. There might be some Kalone in here, like for freshness, because it is hyper fresh. What fragrance did you buy your son? Is it still Dior? No, I didn't get him Sauvage. I got him DHP 25. I got one. So, about a month ago, I had DHP 25 and the new Terre on my hand, and I said to him, without telling him why, I'm like, smell these. What do you think? Which one do you like better? He's like, oh, I like the Terre so much better. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got my brother the DHP 25 for his birthday. And then when he smelled it, he's like, oh, I like that. My son's like, oh, I like that. So I got him a bottle of that. Omar, what's happening? Good to see Omar. Good to see 38 of you. Been a while. But it's good to see everyone. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know what your scent of the day is. Let us know how life is treating you. Sauvage has such a nice bottle that is one of the fragrances in my collection. I have put a large dent in the bottle. The bottle's gorgeous. Packaging is gorgeous. Not late. It was meant to be now. Yeah, that's right. Everything is now. Would Tom Brady wear this? Yeah, Tom Brady would absolutely wear this. I think if he wore this, he would forget about everything else. Tom Brady. Daytime stream. I remember you doing late night streams. What's happening, Dante? Yeah, late night, daytime, anytime. You know what I mean? It's all good. Christine is here. Good to see Christine in Vanilla Ice by VS. I don't know what that is. Thoughts on MFK Grand Soir? I love it. I love Grand Soir. Big amber. Big, yeah, big amber. Spicy, woody, vanillic amber. Declaration by Cartier is domestic water. I think Declaration is a descendant of this, definitely. I think there's so many descendants of this. What came first, Eau de Hermes or this? I don't remember. But they were I would imagine roughly in the same generation. Oh, Dad was featured in the video. Yeah, he was. He walked in right at the end of the unboxing. That's right. No, I didn't ask him. His mind is, who knows where his mind is. His mind is in 1960s somewhere. Au Sauvage versus Pour Monsieur. That's the ultimate question, Sutu. I'll leave that for you guys to answer. But, you know, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said Pour Monsieur 100%. Now my answer is it's not so. It's not so. Let's see here. Yeah, we got the green screen. It's not so obvious. It is not so obvious. How about you? Like the stream for Papa. Galen is here. Good to see Galen. What is going on? Did you get a chance to try the Louis Vuittons? I did, Jared. And you know, at the counter, there's so musk filled. There's absolutely nothing to pick up. You know what I mean? These are things that you gotta wear. These Louis Vuittons you gotta wear and you gotta experience and you gotta go through the journey. But I mean, first impressions with these things, I don't know. For me, there's something about Louis Vuittons that don't make very good first impressions. You know what I mean? So I would have to actually wear it. And I even brought like the blotter of imagination home with me, and even picking up every now and then, I was just like, it's just on paper, it's not that special. You know what I mean? But somebody did recommend one of these YSLs, the Muse ink. And as I walked past the YSL, one of you guys, I don't remember who it was, I was like, oh, there's the Muse. Somebody from the stream said, you gotta try the Muse. And I was more impressed by the Muse than Imagination. But I also tried other things like Diptyque. There's a new Diptyque boutique in Toronto, and they have things that aren't quite common. Like I got to try Benjoin Bohème. I thought this was really nice. A big amber. And I also got like smoky amber. I also got to try this Orilla. And this was nice too, but so big, like really, really big. Way bigger than my personality or things that, like, I can enjoy. I like the scent profile, but I thought the perfume was just so big. Almost like, what is their Oud Palau? Oh yeah, like Oud Palau sort of bigness, you know what I mean? So very, very big. And I've always liked this one, Eau Capitale. This is kind of like a rose patchouli, but a really good one. Yeah, so I tried the Louis Vuittons really quick. I can't say they made a huge impression on me. I gotta be like 100% honest, but I wasn't able to get a sample, but I did bring the blotter home. And even the blotter I pick up every so often, I'm just like, you gotta wear this, you know, like you really gotta wear it. I think you know, the blotters just really soak up all that musk. And until that musk comes alive, none of the other notes are really gonna like brighten up either. Eau de Hermes was 1951. So this was 15 years later. Wow. Dante going to watch the Oilers game tonight with an old situation. Shah, you're getting in trouble, my guy. You're looking for trouble. I used to wear Aventus back then, so it's probably gonna be the scent of the day. Well, good luck with you, man. Good luck. But go Oilers. I'm just realizing they're still in the playoffs right now. Good for you guys. Happy. I am obsessed. Okay, I was obsessed with watching the Jets. Winnipeg Jets. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights. I'm obsessed for them. I'm so happy for the Jets and Jets fans. Probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen in sports ever. What a remarkable comeback. So happy and proud. You know, proud to be, even though I'm not a Jets fan, but to be Canadian and still have another Canadian team in the playoffs is amazing. But they were down 3-1 with 2 minutes to go. I think it was game 7 of the playoffs. They scored with 2 minutes. And then again, with like 2 seconds left in the game, they scored to tie it up. Then went to overtime and they won. Incredible. That's the shit that only happens against the Leafs, where they're up 3-1 and they go on to lose in overtime. You know what I mean? But that was amazing. Playoffs, hockey playoffs are amazing. I love hockey playoffs. Eugene, you ever come to LA? Yeah, LA would be cool. I would love to sometime. So many cool perfume shops here. Scent Week is happening in late May, early June, I think. Come visit. I would love to. I would love to come see the Dodgers and maybe the Angels. I don't know. Maybe visit the ocean. Santa Monica. It's a Victoria's Secret mist, you fancy niche guy. Well, there you go. Thanks for telling us. I would never know unless you were here. So it's good to have you, Christine. And Dushan says you smell delicious. They are both perfect. Pour Monsieur and also classic masculine men's perfumery, done right, you know, done well. You smell citrus. What's happening, Bobby Ono? Good to see Bob in the house. Hope you're doing well. Aloha. Oh, it's getting tough to read the comments here. Diptyque Benjoin was a disappointment on proper wear, but Olente and Oldie is stunning, very spicy. Otois is also great, but poor performance. So they had O Nabati, which I've never been able to try before, and there's another O. What is the other O? E. I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. I'm so sad the Blues lost. You know what? I was sad too, but I was happier that the Jets gone in. You know, just have another. It's been so long since a Canadian team has won its own trophy. You know, we got to get one back. Some Louis Vuitton fragrances feel a touch fast fashion. I think the bland bottles don't help either. I know it's getting a lot of hype, imagination, like Love by All. But on the blotter, I just simply, I don't feel that love. You know, my heart feels absolutely nothing for it. If I wore it though, like my mind could change. I would have to actually feel it develop, evaporate in the air, you know? Get all that nuance, but it's just like clean musks is all I get. Very little detail or depth on the blotter. But some perfumes, they need to be put on skin in order to grow. Once I introduced to a musk perfume, but it smelled like synthetic ISOE super. I don't know what people call them. Yeah, I know what I mean. Musk could mean a million things. Side note, I'm so excited you're going to be posting more review videos, Eugene. Yippee. Yay. Cool. Thank you, Christine. But the Blues deserve to lose after the performance. Terrible. Poor Blues fans, man. I can't even imagine. Oh, that is heartbreak as a sports enthusiast. Your team getting dropped in the 7th game. Awful. Awful. Fragrance game. Hi, man. Just on a quick break at work because I have to go back in the emergency operating theater. Loved Sauvage vid. Can we have one on Chanel 1957, please? I'll see what I can do, right? I'll see what I can do. You know what? I'll probably end up talking about Sauvage again before I review anything because I'm just kind of obsessed with it. Emergency operating theater. What are you, a surgeon? What? Are you cutting people up and wearing perfume? What's your favorite perfume to wear while operating? I picked up Oavage Enclave today and I love it with instantly. I smelled Purpose. Was it Purpose? I feel like it was Purpose last week, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. If you or Bobby come to LA and don't visit, I'll never talk to you guys again. You would be that mad? Imagination Dry Down doesn't remind you of Comet, just a little powdery, pillowy cloud. I didn't get any Comet from it. Is that what it's supposed to smell like? Anything with Pour Monsieur in the title is legendary. I like that. I like that, yeah. Geranium Pour Monsieur. Dushan says, Bobby, go and kiss her for me. Dushan, you got to do that yourself, man. Eugene, tell us, how is the longevity of Sauvage EDT? I heard it's weak as hell. Okay, so this is really interesting. I mean, longevity, because I'm the guy that's never, ever, ever, ever going to complain about longevity and stuff like that, or hardly. There's very little perfumes that performance bother me. I mean, it's probably like Angelique Sous la Pluie I would complain about, and maybe Bois d'Orage, but other than that, it's like, I'm game. And this is light, you know what I mean? There are times where this disappears on me, and it could be for hours. But then I'll come into the gym and you know, get a little bit of warmth going, and this stuff comes right back to life. You know, that dirty melon, that galbanum, that green nicotine thing comes out, and it's just lemony. So it's not the best performer. It's not nearly as good as the EDP, right? The EDP is a beast, or the Parfum. Yeah, Eau Sauvage Parfum is a beast. This is much lighter, and it is kind of ghostly, right? But I love this sort of stuff, like this transparent, weightless, invisible, like it's invisible perfume, you know? It doesn't have any sort of heft. And when it does, it's like, even when you freshly spray it, it's so light, you know? Very airy, very airy. So you're gonna have to try this for yourself. But I personally, I love this sort of stuff. You know, that translucent, ghostly perfume. 2-0 lead for Leafs. I never, ever would have imagined they'd be up 2-0. They did this last series with Ottawa. They went 2-3 games. Then they lost the next 2, and I was like, oh man, Leafs are gonna blow a 3-0 series lead. So, and Ottawa, I mean, Florida won the Stanley Cup last year, so they are the best team. Hopefully, I'm hoping the Leafs can get by them. Imagine they meet the Jets in the finals. That would be sick. Go Leafs go, though. Yes, go Leafs go. Sense for Thought, hi. Wore La Doulette skis for the first time today and documented my experience for a video. Wow. Top scent, up there with top tier niche like Mal, Amouage, Les Indem, or Roja Respect. Awesome, thank you. So glad that you got to enjoy La Doulette skis. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing this video. Let us know how it worked for you. Oh, Nabati smells a lot like Lidge to me, says Omar. Yeah, no, that says, yeah, the new Rila, etc. are too synthetic and strong for my taste. Smell the old ones. They don't even put on display. What? Yeah, I was looking for the older ones too, like those old exclusives, and they don't have them. I think Benjoy and Bohème is the only one, but they used to come in different shaped bottles, and now they come in with all the other diptyque colored bottles. Imagination is a L'Homme Ideal clone with a bit of Gucci put home too. Really? Is that what it is? L'Homme Ideal cologne? Guys, remember game stats better than anniversaries and birthdays. Yeah, because they're way more important. Yeah, imagination is a must on skin. You should have sprayed a little on your hand. I got to smell the new Celine as well. That's actually what I wanted. I was saving my skin for the Celine. So when I got to imagination, I was just like, it was really, everything else was secondary. I went to go smell Honnête Français. I'm a diagnostic radiographer, so scan for internal bleeding today. I am also wearing polo green. Oh, lucky bleeders then. They get to inhale all of your goodness. Good stuff. What is it about Eau Sauvage that you're enjoying the most? You know, it's crazy. It's not one thing specific. And it's totally changed since the first time I smelled it. And it's not, you know, it's totally different than what I was expecting. You know what I mean? I was not expecting any of this dirty stuff in the base. And now it's all I can perceive, like way more than the lemony freshness in the top. That's almost become secondary for me. Like when I first got it, it was all just lemon, 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 soapy, clean, sparkling, zesty, spicy lemons. And now it's all this other stuff. It's very, you can spray as much as this stuff on you want. No headaches either. Dude says, okay, I'm going to LA. So I love the citrusy opening. I love the mossy dry down. The woods, the patchouli, the vetiver, the oak moss, and it's still fresh, you know? There's that melon, the fruitiness. It's not fruity, it's bitter fruit. Bitter melon, bitter dry melon, super dry. It's the lavender. The lavender is what dries this out. Now I'm getting the lavender. But there's times where this reminds me of like an Acqua di Parma. It's got that kind of Acqua di Parma citrusy freshness. But I love this citrus way more than the Acqua di Parma. The Acqua di Parmas are too dry for me. I like when perfumes breathe again after a while. Yes, this definitely breathes. It's just so layered, yo. So incredibly layered. That's what I'm most impressed with is layers. Layer upon, it feels like it's just layer upon layer upon layer. Eats ice cream with a fork. Are we friends? If you don't hit me up when you're here, we can't be friends. All right, we'll eat ice cream with a fork, Christine. In Dodgers Stadium, watching Shohei throwing bubbleheads. Dushan, it's in England, same city where Rich is from. What's everybody wearing? Guys, let us know what you're wearing. Let us know what you think of Eau Sauvage. What's your favorite part of Eau Sauvage? Eau Sauvage. So clean and classy. Gentlemanly. It's the perfect gentleman scent. And like when all those notes hit, when your body is warm and all your notes, all the, like this is up in the air and all those notes hit, there's just like, it's a perfection to it, you know? It's like it answers all of your questions in life. You're like, everything makes sense now. Okay, I'm good. You should try Loe 01, says Stealth. Eau de Cologne version. It's honestly insane version of a classic cologne style fragrance with iris. All right, we have access to Loe here at Holtz. Holtz carries Loe. I sometimes, I'll stop and I'll pick up some Loes and just give the caps a sniff, you know what I mean? Milosh says, such a pity I didn't buy it before they increased the prices of Eau Sauvage. I got 20% discount on it. I walked into the Shoppers and the sales assistant was like, hey, it's Family and Friends Day today, 20%. I give you my discount. I was like, all right. All right. So that's when I got my son the DHP 25 for his birthday. And I'm like, I'm going to get myself something too. And she's like, you should, you deserve it. I was like, thank you, I will. I will. And I did. Yeah, it was $155 Canadian plus 20% off. But then you got 13% HST tax. So whatever it is, it was worth it. I'd buy it again. Knowing how much I enjoyed it, I'd buy it at retail even without the discount, you know what I mean? But the discount was just like an added bonus. Deli says, sense for thought, I am enjoying your channel. I hope I can see more. Yeah, it's always good to see perfume channels. More perfume channels. Omar says, sense for thought, yeah, I can't find the comparison, a composition that uses rose better than LDE. And Milosh says, greetings, people. Hello, Milosh. Appreciate it. I don't get the comparisons to other roses also, especially Portrait of a Lady. Bizarre. Yeah, people, people will smell one thing and they like to grab, I know when I smell a new perfume for the first time, I like to grab as many, I don't know, snapshots as I can and then kind of remember them, and then my mind will go into kind of this comparison mode of, have I ever smelled this before? What does it remind me of anything? And sometimes it'll trigger like one or two notes or nothing at all. But yeah, people like to compare. I compare often. Like I'm comparing this to Eau de Hermes. Like when I smell it, I'm like, I want to know everything that goes into a perfume. That's where my mind goes. Like I start thinking, okay, what do I smell? I start breaking down the perfume right now. What do I smell? What am I enjoying here? What do I like? What do I hate about this perfume? What would I change? And that helps me kind of make my own like note list in the perfume, because the brand doesn't always give you the complete note. It just gives you what they want you to know. You know what I mean? Not everything is important. Not every note needs to be released. But I like to make my own note list. Eau Sauvage rules because there's no headachy notes with overspraying. That means quality. Yeah. I think it's perfect. Like the concentration is perfect. You know what I mean? It is ghostly. You're not going to smell it with every breath, but it does stick around. Chanel Biarritz is a really great light summer citrus scent. It's fantastic too. Yes, it is. I wore Venice one day last week. Chanel Paris Venice. I'm still obsessed with Edinburgh though, from the Lizzo. That's one of my favorites. This Eau Sauvage really belongs to Alain Delon. I can't imagine Johnny Depp. No Johnny Depp here. Wearing Reflection Man all week, says Mike Brown. Good to see you. Ricardo says, hey man, missed ya. Kind of obsessed with vintage Eau Sauvage right now. Haven't tried the new juice yet. Gonna hunt it down soon. Scent of the day, the OG First EDT by Van Cleef and Arpels. Yeah, if you got vintage and you're obsessed with it, I can't imagine this doing a whole lot for you. You'll probably be disappointed and probably be throwing fists or something, you know what I mean? But I wonder how you would appreciate this. If you're obsessed with the vintage, I'd like to know actually, because I've not smelled the vintage. I almost don't want to, just to not ruin this for me. I'm wearing Queer Velours and it's really good. It was Brandon's recommendation. Lily is in Queer de Russie. My favorite part of Eau Sauvage is the wow, you already used 10% of that bottle in a few days. It's super light, and it can be fleeting, right? So, and I spray, you can spray as much of this stuff on as you want, really. Makes no difference. What's the constant? It says eau de toilette. It wears like kind of like an eau de cologne, eau de toilette. I finally recognize that Amouage has perfected the use of mint in their scents. They've perfected frankincense for sure. I didn't know that they've perfected mint. Which one of their perfumes has mint? Scents for Thought says, scent of the day, La Doulette Exquise. Scent of the night, Tobacco Oud. It's cold in the UK. Lily is wearing Eugene's Leather number 1. Bel Homme and way earlier, Chypre Palatin. SV says. Deli says, scent of the day, Ombre Supreme. I like Eau Sauvage because it's the only fragrance that can make me smile when I smell it. It's the only one. The freshness is incredible. Super fresh. It does kind of remind me of some Acqua di Parmas. Yeah, Acqua di Parmas. Got you a hook, line, and yeah. Eau Sauvage has got me hooked, absolutely. I miss cheaper Palatine. I should buy another bottle. Where is this coming from? Yo, I cannot see anything. Great, you get 20% off discount for it because of your positive vibe and charisma. Go pick up another one. Eau Sauvage deodorant stick is really good. There's a full bath line available on Dior's France site. Christy is here. Hi, Christy. Good to see Christy. Note the Shanti, a big fat red rose, an Italian fragrance for today. So the new Les Abs was inspired a little by this Eau Sauvage. Not the dirty part of Eau Sauvage, because apparently I didn't know the dirty part. But yeah, there was a little bit of talk of Eau Sauvage before we started. Eau Sauvage, and Antoine mentioned Drakkar. But yeah, it's, you know, it's barber shoppy, and there's a fresh. You'll find parallel similarities. They're not necessarily smell alike. The 1,000 ml of Eau Sauvage is $6.20 on Selfridges. I think you can easily go through 1,000. This is one of those things that you just keep applying and spraying and recklessly without any sort of abandon. And it's fucking heaven. It's so beautiful. Jasmine. You know, the jasmine is there. The vanilla, right? How come we don't talk about the vanilla? How come we don't talk about the jasmine? It's all there. This thing is so damn complex. Scent of the day, imagination. They say Creed Royal Water is Eau Sauvage, but with a regular sex life. What is that saying about Eau Sauvage's sex life? What's happening, Amsterdam? Yeah, buddy. What is happening, Zhao? Good to see Zhao in the house. Holy smokes. So many of you guys. How are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Today's Thursday, end of the week, basically. Today's my last work day. Tomorrow's Friday, and hell, is it Mother's Day weekend this weekend? I feel like it is. Father's Day is next month. Summer's rolling around. What else are we looking forward to? What's next on the horizon? The next Les Abs should contain maple leaf and maple syrup. Canadian national treasure, says Duchamp. Eau Sauvage Cologne is 5 stars. Eau Sauvage Cologne. Is that, do they still make that? Why doesn't that ring a bell? Eau Sauvage Cologne. Thoughts on Molecule 01. I would have to spray it again, to be honest, Rob. I would have to wear it again. Zhao says, Scent of the Day, Cartier Oud and Ombre. Love it. One of my favorite discoveries of the year so far. Cool. That's the one Alan Hansen and Wes sent me. Oud and Ombre. And it's gorgeous. It's a nice, exactly what amber. Beautiful amber and vanilla with oud, but light on the oud. And the good type of oud. I like the Cartier ouds. Also, the Dior sprayer is a hose. Yeah, Dior's great sprayers. Great packaging. Sometimes their packaging is better than their perfumes. But not the case here. The packaging is gorgeous, but the perfume outshine. Perfume is the star of this show here. Beach Hut Man and Enclave are used mint masterfully from Amouage. Do you like mint and Xerjoff's Renaissance? It has similarities with OG Acqua di Parma Colonia, but that one is heavier on the spicy lavender to dry down and drier, as you said. It's incredible. It has this contrast of really dry florals and aromatics, but it's incredibly wet and fresh at the same time. Like the citrus accords here are all wet and juicy. and sparkling, you know? So they're like big and round, but then you got these dry, cutting florals. But the perfume is completely round in its like entirety, you know what I mean? There's no sharp lines in the perfume. It's not rough, but there's roughage in it. They have that lavender carnation kind of old school florals. Rosemary. I get a lot of rosemary in here. I'm having a hard time reading these comments just because of the sunlight. The best part is the soapiness in those Sauvage. When it dries down, if you're working and it's so smooth, I don't know where that comes from, but I get the dirtiness too. It's amazing how it changes. It feels, yeah, it's amazing. The dry down is so incredible. The dirty dry down without being like filthy animalic. Eugene, have you smelled Parfum d'Habit by Maître Parfumeur at Gantier? I have not. No, Benji. I have not. Mathilde Laurent doesn't miss. Rarely does she. Edmond Orodnitska was a genius. He definitely was. You know, even like the students that he mentored ended up being geniuses, and the students that they mentored ended up being geniuses. Christy says we need a betting pool as to how long Eugene's bottle will last. Me first, I say 33 days. I might get sick of it, you know what I mean? I doubt I will. I seriously doubt. This is signature worthy, eh? What's happening, Moose? Good to see Moose in the house. Yeah, this is definitely signature scent worthy. And I've got it. Basically, it sits on my front door. It doesn't even sit by my other perfumes. It doesn't sit in the cabinets. Anuj loved the Eau Sauvage Extreme bottle. I remember the black one. Sneak some extra oak moss in there. We won't tell. I'm pretty sure there is oak moss in the next Les Abs. I'm going to say there is. Even though I'm not 100% sure. There's definitely. No, I'm not saying definitely. I'm pretty certain there is. I'll have to double check though. It got to be May way too fast. Has it? Yeah, we're in May. I mean, I don't know if you're here every day and you're conscious of it. It goes smoothly. You know what I mean? But in distraction, everything will pass very quickly. You gotta get conscious of your moments. The coffee in Vespa bar is so delicious. Eau Sauvage cologne is so synthetic lemon, has nothing to do with original Rudnitska's work. I would mention my scent of the day, but Eugene doesn't know of Elictimus. Says who? Probably wouldn't like it either. Eau Sauvage is full of hedione. That's jasmine smell. Yeah, I get that hedione. And I get, I see that hedione again in L'Eau d'Hiver, in Elena L'Eau d'Hiver, and I know he was like a big student of Rudnitska, even though he's never worked with him, but I think he's studied all of his work. Eugene have a Lictimus. I do, just for Boz. There you go. The synthetic police is out digging out time capsules. Who's the synthetic police? What? We're fortunate that a friend turned perfume company owner has remained a friend and hangs out with us. Special guy. Fantastic situation. Cheers, friends. Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm not quite sure who you're meaning, but I'm glad that it's worked out for you. Yeah, Johnny, big Hedion, nice, sparkly, incredible, incredible. Roche, yeah, and it's also got, no, I think Eau de Hermes is way more armpity. It's got that kind of dirty citrus, dirty orange armpit. This is a bit dirty, but it doesn't really go armpit the way Rudnitska's, what is it called? Rochas, the Rochas Femme. Rochas Femme is a bit armpity. Eau de Hermes is a bit armpity. This is dirty, but it doesn't really go into that cumin armpit. Rochas Femme has the soapiness in the dry down as well. It's fantastic creation. Rochas Femme is gold too. It absolutely is. I love Eau Sauvage Parfum. Love it. What is the best version? I have Eau Sauvage Parfum and love it as well. I think this is more special, though. I feel like this is more special. I love the depths and the layers. The Parfum, it performs so much better. There's no comparison at all with the performance. Parfum is incredible performance. This is different. This is ghostly, and it will disappear. It's invisible. But I like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like a challenge. It's like you're going out looking. Sometimes I go out looking for Eau Sauvage while I'm wearing it. I can't. It's not next to me. I got to go look for it. So when I do find it or spot it, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? There's like a moment of joy there. It's like a little gift. Another line I'm really enjoying discovering is Gucci Alchemist Garden. Very solid fragrances. Which ones are you loving, Zhao? I love Midnight Stroll. MJ is in Bella Despito. Good to see MJ. I'm getting horrible reflections off of this, off of the phone here. Bella Despito, another fantastic one. Is Purpose better than Purpose 50? I've not smelled Purpose 50. How many people in the chat are shopping for Eau Sauvage right now? What will you get your mom for Mother's Day? Perfume? Probably not. She's asked me to stop buying her perfume. Just because she got so much of it. And she's like, Eugene, I'm never going to use these. I know. I'm like, yeah, but I will. I'd probably just get her flowers or something. That's what she loves the most. And she literally has everything. You know what I mean? Whatever I get her, she's like, oh, why did you buy me this? You know, save your money. So I just get her flowers. I used to get her tons of perfume, but she's like, you need to stop. Like, I can't wear all this stuff. Floral Notes is looking for a vintage Galen. What do you all getting your mums for Mother's Day? I mean, if she needed something, I'd be happy to get it, but I'm getting a gift set, Galen. Eau Sauvage gift set? Thoughts on Eau Sauvage 2012 Parfum. That's the one that I have. And it's huge. Big. I mean, I can see lots of Eau Sauvage in it, but it's different enough too. It doesn't have the freshness of this. Very green, barber shoppy. Big vanilla, like that LME. I get a lot of vanilla in the base of that, but like resinous sort of vanilla. What are you looking forward to getting, Christy? Dushna says, I'm getting Teatro alla Scala Pure Parfum. Christy says, I'm hoping for a Danam Discovery set. What is Danam? Rotterdam says, number 1, Eau Sauvage Parfum. Number 2, Eau Sauvage Cologne. Number 3, Eau Sauvage EDT. Dated. Yeah, I would say it's dated compared to the stuff being released today. No doubt. Absolutely dated. Dick Curry is an Etruscan water. Etruscan water. I love everything Etruscan. That means I would probably hate it, right? What do you think, Boz? Do you think I would like it? Vietnamese coffee was a co-runner for the same award Desandra was up for. I think I remember that. Vietnamese coffee. Eau Sauvage Extreme, is it good? I can't answer that. Who knows, who loves Eau Sauvage Extreme? Yeah, Ghostly is fine for me too. I love Ghostly perfumes, and I find a lot of those in Jean-Claude Elna's and the Hermescence. But Deli says, I like Eau Sauvage Extreme. It's an amplified version of the original. I'm gonna have to get that. Is that limited or discontinued, or what's the status on Eau Sauvage Extreme? Rotterdam says, I personally do not like Eau Sauvage Extreme. Camila spraying Eau d'Orange Vert just to get that vintage citrusy vibe. There's something about Rudnitska, like his perfumes. They are dated compared to today's standards, but they're timeless to me. Like, this is timeless. Like, what is dated about lemon, lavender, rosemary? Like, these things are like, they've been here since the Bible, all of these things, you know what I mean? How can that smell outdated? So it's only outdated when you're comparing it to trendy things being put out today, like bubblegum. Bubblegum is not timeless. Midnight Stroll, Voice of the Snake, Eyes of the Tiger, Chant for the... I have all of those. They're great. I love them all. Midnight Stroll. Yeah, I got all of those. I have Chant for the Nymph. That's the pink one. It used to come in a pink bottle. We don't have Mother's Day where I come from, says Boz. Mom wants money. My mom won't take any. I offered, I tried giving her money when she went to Florida. She wouldn't take a dime. Long live all mothers. Yeah, mothers are awesome, eh? God bless all mothers. Even the ones that aren't with us anymore. Mothers are amazing. I love mom. I love my mom. I love moms. Moms in general. Lily says I can't shop for my mom. She hates everything. She needs a new car though. So unless I win the lottery, she's getting a massage. Yeah, massage is good. Massage is a good idea. I forgot to buy a bunch of flowers to my mom. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, don't forget your mom. What beats Reflection Man by Chanel or Guerlain? What are you looking for from Reflection Man? Like a jasmine perfume? Because I imagine Reflection is jasmine-y, right? So you're looking for jasmine? But what beats Reflection by Chanel or Guerlain? Man, what doesn't? It's probably a whole lot. Lane says mothers are the best, and I was blessed with one of the greats. That's awesome. Da Nam is a Vietnamese fragrance house. Lots of sheer fragrances. All right, that was the Vietnamese coffee, right? Lane digitizing some 8mm tapes of his childhood to give to his mom. Yeah, pictures are a great gift too. Moms are sentimental and they love that. So my mom's always like, I want pictures of the kids, like framed pictures of the kids and stuff. Franska, good to see Franska. Good to see all 47 of you guys. Hope you're all doing well on this Thursday. Hope life is treating you good. Hope you're in a good place. Hope good things are coming to you. Hope you're all manifesting something great. Hope you're all excited for something. That's like the joy in life. When you have something to be excited for, you know? Because when you don't have something to be excited for, then you start looking for that. You start trying to create that. Shauna is here. Good to see Shauna. Wishing you a wonderful evening and a happy Friday. Lately, none of the fragrances have been bringing much joy. I'm craving something simple and uncomplicated. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Hope everything else is going well, though. And sometimes it is just these simple ones that bring us the most joy. Like this, you know what I mean? Like this brings me a tremendous amount of joy knowing that perfume like this exists out there for people like us. And, you know, it's taken me forever to find it, not to discover it. I knew of it, but to actually get one, I was just always like, oh, I have Chanel Pour Monsieur and stuff like it. I don't really need it, but I love its simplicity. As friggin' complex and deep as it is, it's got this really nice simplicity to it, which is really nice. Bubblegum is awful. Not outdated, it's traditional. What I know by now is I don't really like peach fragrances. Now Eugene will say I love peach fragrances. Boz, my favorite perfume has a huge peach in it. Mitsuko is peach. Yes, a masculine jasmine floral, but dark and jammy would be nice. Mums are eternal. Mine passed 3 years ago, but I would have gotten her Barenya. She loved fruity Chypres. Yeah, you'll always have the memories. Sorry to hear about your mom, but, you know, yeah, we'll always have the memories. I think she would have loved Barenya too. So if I get it, well, there will be a new Les Abstrait release. Yes, coming soon, very, very soon. Sooner than you know, actually. SV says my mom never wants anything, so I give her nice treats throughout the year. Yeah, I do the same, like surprise her with stuff here and there. Or just tell them they look beautiful, and you know that'll like spark them up, and like pay them a compliment. Sometimes that alone is a gift. You know what I mean? Like old people just want your time and your company. Sometimes just sitting with them for 45 minutes makes them happy. La Pausa or La Peau Nue? These are very different perfumes. La Pausa's iris. La Peau Nue is kind of that's the rosy powdery iris. I don't know, man. La Peau Nue. Ooh. I think I would say La Pausa, right? Like temporarily. I'd have to smell those next to each other. La Pausa, I would say La Pausa. Lily says, I lament a lot in anticipatory grief when I think about my mom. I know I shouldn't, but I hope it's to prepare me. Yeah, how about you just like grieve while she's gone and enjoy her while she's here? You know what I mean? Just enjoy her. Yeah, got a Converse shirt. Interesting. I like to get my mom a gift card to go get her nails done. She likes that. Yeah, that's cool too. Milos says Eau d'Orange Vert over Eau Sauvage. Okay. I'm not sure for me. I think I would take Eau Sauvage, to be honest. Eau Sauvage feels like more of a complete perfume with freshness, whereas Eau d'Orange Vert is just kind of like a fresh perfume, you know? Beautiful, don't get me wrong, but Eau Sauvage is fresh and more of like a traditional perfume. When I was a kid in Yugoslavia, Converse sneakers were big. Boz, anything with name brand was big. You know, back there, anything that had a mark on it was considered good. I associate my mom with Misia, and she loves the violet candy mints. I love Misia. I love violet too. I still wear Converse sneakers. Me too. I'm in Converse right now. These are actually my new ones. I always put the black laces in. I always order black laces. I never keep the white laces in. I like black on black. Here. I think black on black looks pretty sick. Black laces. So I've always, every time I order a new pair of Converse, I gotta order new laces. The laces are cheap. We gave oak moss to Balenciaga put home. I wore that a couple days ago. Fucking gorgeous stuff. But to be honest, I think I like Sauvage better than Balenciaga. Adidas was too, but it wasn't considered as cool. I never owned Puma shoes. I don't think I've ever owned Adidas shoes. Nike was always so much bigger here. I was more of a Nike guy. But now I'm just like Converse. Christine says, I'm on non-speaking terms with mine and the rest of my evil, toxic family. Oh, no. Won't be getting anyone anything. They should be happy I haven't put a restraining order on them. Well, if Christine's mom is watching, happy Mother's Day, Christine's mom. Hopefully you guys are okay. Dushan wore modern polo green this morning. How's modern polo? I imagine this a lot better than most of the stuff out there. Hello, today was a Guerlain day, as the scent of the day was Homme le Boisé, and the scent of the night was Habit Rouge EDT. There's another beauty, another classic beaut. Just like Sauvage. Is modern polo green good? I own green and gold Pumas at 18. Loved them. Never owned Pumas. Never really liked them. Too sleek. Too sleek on the feet. They were a certain style. But guys, it's nice hanging out, but it is time to go. We're at 3 o'clock. The clock is ticking. We got things to do, places to go, people to see, money to make, muscles to build, food to eat, work to do. But I'll be doing it all in this Sauvage EDT modern. Nice hanging out with you guys. Have a great day. We will see you all very soon. Love you all. Bye. For now.